Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gen. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how you can make sure that you maximize your Chroma airdrop. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I focusing on Chroma when there's all these other airdrops going on? Well, probably the biggest lesson that I've learned in the last year looking at airdrops and checking out exactly how to maximize is in the EVM space, the best airdrops continuously end up being the Ethereum L2s. ZK Sync was massive. Now, I'm not talking about if you qualified or not. I'm talking about if you qualified, did you get paid? ZK Sync was massive. Blast was massive. Mode was massive. Now, we know Arbitrum was massive. We know Optimism was massive. This is the thing. Chroma, in my opinion, is very underfarmed. It is something that people have forgotten about. And I think a lot of people who talk about it talk nonsense and they don't give you the right guidance. So in this video, I hope to provide some clarity, and even luckier for me, they've actually put out an announcement on what to do for the airdrop. Now, I was going to make this video anyways. I started putting this together a couple days ago, and then I got this, which made it even better. And what's amazing about this is I took a look and almost everything that I was capturing was already in there, and I got to supplant it with a few other things. So before we get into this video, just remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. I'm just a guy on YouTube. Make sure you follow me on all socials. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the video, all that good stuff. And if you're interested and you want extra coaching, guidance, support, you're sick of missing airdrops, and you want to build your portfolio, check out the Web3 Secret Society. We got 250 or so people in there who all find it very valuable. One last thing I'll remind you guys, if you haven't already, follow me on DeBank. I will be looking to give out future portions of airdrops. When I do, I'll be doing potential drawings from the people who follow me. So definitely follow me. It also helps you guys because you get to see what I'm doing when there's no video coming out and when I'm busy with the Web3 Secret Society. Now, a couple things. I made some Chroma airdrop videos a couple months ago, like 5 months ago, talking about how you can actually make money from those NFTs. We were flipping those NFTs, making maybe 50 to 100 bucks each time. Some of you may go, that's nothing, but hey, for the amount of effort that was required, it was a massive profit, 300 plus, I remember. Now, Chroma came out and they put out upcoming KRO, which is their token's name, eligibility and criteria. Now, their TGE is approaching and they're sharing the criteria. They saw how people were not happy about ZK Sync. Now, some of those things you can't do anything about because they're just out of scope and it's way too late. For some of those things, you actually still have an opportunity, and we'll cover that and we'll talk about what to do. First things I want you guys to know is if you want to bridge money over to Chroma, you can either use their native bridge or you can use Orbiter. My recommendation to you is to use your native bridge, which haven't opened on the screen, but if I see it on one of the links, I will do so. If not, I'll post it in the description below. It looks very similar to this, except it's white and green. It really depends on what you're farming and everything. The Chroma bridging through Orbiter is very cheap, so I've used it a lot in the past. If you're looking to swap as well, my recommendation is that you use Azumi Finance. It's my favorite DEX on the Chroma network, but at the end of the day, once again, it really depends what you're comfortable with, and you're going to see as we go about this what's important to do. Okay, so now let's go through the upcoming KRO airdrop eligibility and criteria. So a couple things here. The first thing is there's a component called the OG, or the original gangsters of Chroma. Now, you can be eligible if you hold one or more of the following. Now, one thing I will say here is the first three, Luminary, Orchid, and Jade, these are SBT tokens. An SBT token is a soulbound token. That means you can't buy it. If you did not earn it, you're out of luck. You just can't get it. So I personally did not get any of these. I believe the Chroma OG, all four of these things happened probably in July or prior to July of 2023. So guess what? The only one you can touch is this one, Chroma Genesis NFT. And the way to get that one was actually relatively cheap. So you can play this multiple ways. You can go in here, you can go to Hypermarket, which is one of the NFT platforms over on the Chroma network. And you can, if you buy one of these, you get the benefit. It's only $12 right now. My thought process here is, as people start looking at this, as people start realizing, hey, Chroma airdrops on the horizon and we want to be an OG. The only way to be an OG is a Chroma Genesis NFT. I wouldn't be surprised to see these things just start to be bought up, because there isn't that big of an order book. Like after a certain point of time, like if people buy like 50 or 60 of them, I'm talking about like people who watch this video or other people's videos or read the Medium article, these will get swept up. And I believe the price of this will go up a lot. Now there is 89.5K, so I don't think it'll go up like so much, because people will always want to sell as well. So I do see this maybe being a $30 NFT versus like a $10 NFT. So nothing insane. I don't think it's going to go to 100 or 200 just because of the supply, but it's something to keep in mind. It's the only way to be an OG. Okay. The next one is the Galaxy Chroma Quest. And by the way, guys, links to everything are in the description below. You don't have to look for this after. I've already vetted it, and I'm also just showing it right here. So they had a Galaxy Chroma Quest, and that Quest, the idea here was it was 9 weeks, started back in November. Some of you who are watching this video are going to remember the hassles of going into the Chroma Discord. I remember going in there every week and being like, this isn't working. And they're like, yeah, it's busted. And their Discord moderators weren't very helpful. Well, if you did all 9 weeks like I did, you got for every week an NFT piece that you ended up fusing to become a Chroma Quest Master. So there are two ways to earn your points here. The first is if you own the prestigious NFT, you're on the list, number one, right? So that was golden. Once again, I'm going to show you where you can buy that. And the second is the more points you have accumulated in the Galaxy Chroma Quest campaign, the higher your chances. So let's say you don't have the Quest Master, but you did some of these. Well, depending on how many you did, they're going to weigh and figure out what you deserve. Now, let's say you said, hey, forget it. I want to get this airdrop. Just go once again to Hypermarket, go to the Chroma Quest Master NFT thing. Remember, links to everything in description, and then check it out. Right now, the floor price is 0.022. So these floor prices up here are never accurate. There's 31K items, and over here, the price is $74. So once again, this is something that, you might see starting to be bought up, because people are going to say, hey, I want this. And you know what? Maybe I'll just buy this right now. Yeah, I'm going to do that because I want another one, because you can put this on a different wallet as well. So let's just do that. Okay. Why is this not working? Failed to purchase. Oh, it means somebody else bought it, right? Yes. Damn. Okay. Well, it means somebody else bought it. So it doesn't exist anymore. Well, so somebody already jumped the gun, but look, that's why I think it's very worthwhile. Let me see. Is this one available? Nope. Not available either. Yeah. So people are buying this up right now. Okay. So anyways, that's one of those things that you may want to pick up if you haven't already. For those of you who are wondering if you can still farm this Quest Master, no, this thing was ended like a long time ago. This ended back in Jan. Now, I myself have a bunch of these Quest Master NFTs because during like February or March when this tanked, I was buying them for very cheap. So I already have a couple, but I still think they're a high value spec. Okay, the next one is also another NFT mint that we had. And let me just go down here. Actually, I'll come back to it in a second. So the next option here is the Wemix community member. This is probably the most annoying community that I've seen. Not the people, but just sort of the logistics. Trying to get WMX was really hard. You had to buy it off an exchange, and then the taxes to sort of swap between Chroma and Wemix was really challenging, especially since all their bridges were down, or their bridges on one side. So I would vastly ignore this. It's not worth it. It's just an additional point. Same thing with the gaming enthusiasts. If you've done Land War game or have taken part in Nightcrows, great. But I wouldn't worry about it. These two things are sort of a meh. The next one is the Chroma Guardian. Now, the Chroma Guardian is probably the real gangster NFT. This was a massive mint. I remember waking up at 4 a.m. to get it on in February, I think, or late Jan. I ended up buying 2 of them. So if I go to my page, I have 2 NFTs here, and one of them is going to get me 2,060 KRO. The other one's going to get me 2,000 KRO, and they can be staked to sort of get They can be staked to get rewards as well. So you get your KRO reward. I think they believe they changed it, so it's lump sum now. And then you get validator reward share as well. So you boost validators with your KGH NFT and share those rewards. So this, in my opinion, is the primary and most valuable NFT on this network. I believe it's heavily undervalued. It's currently sitting at a floor price of 0.234 on Rarible. These NFTs typically end up going for a lot, so I'm not selling any of mine yet, but I wouldn't be surprised to see this being over 0.5 once Chroma season kicks in. Remember, a lot of the reason why people are sort of overlooking this is Chroma is not really talked about. Once it is, I think it'll start being picked up and people will start buying floors. You'll have whales coming in and just grabbing a lot of these NFTs because, it is incredible. Right now, there's like 5,300 of these, what's it called? These validator staking NFTs that come with KRO token. It really depends on the price of what the token ends up being, but these could basically end up paying for themselves just on the token drop versus just having that NFT by itself, right? So an account, basically an amount equivalent to 25% of the KRO reward associated will be airdropped. And basically what that means is like the rest gets vested over time. Next one here is Spectrum Contributor. So if you're an active contributor to the Spectrum ecosystem, which is like a KSP, the more you contribute, the more KRO tokens you're likely to receive. So this is relatively new and something I did not look at before. Basically what you do is you go to the staking webpage. I put my link there. That'll get you an 8% bonus or whatever. And that bonus goes up as more people use it. So make sure you use it. But basically you can stake ETH or EETH or STETH from Ethereum. Like you'll have to switch to the Ethereum network. And like, let's say you put in like 1 here, you would get this much, right? So it's not bad actually. So you get like your KSP, which is basically like 9.6 KSP per day, 23 eigenlayer per day. You get like all these things. So it's pretty good, right? You get eigenlayer, EtherFi, WMX airdrop, restaking, APR, and the actual APR. And you can also use this in other apps. So this is something I did. If I go to, where is it? Is it my page or my dashboard? Yeah. So right now, I just started doing this like today because I was not earning KSP, but I definitely want to make sure I do that. So I'll be earning 27.547 per day based on what I'm doing. What I also did was I went in and what you can do is if you go to the stake, where's that on my page? Here. So what you can do is you can go to Explore Ecosystem and get additional KSP. When you click on that, there's a bunch of things here that you can do. One of them is Azumi Finance. So they're sort of swap. You can add SPETH and ETH to the 1% liquidity pool. So once you've sort of done this staking over here, once you go back to stake and once you've done that, you put some money in here, you can now take that SPETH and put it into the liquidity pool, like this one right here, right? So I did that and I currently have, where is this? I have not fee gains, but God, it looks so like this interface is so terrible. If I hit remove, I have 0.1 ETH in liquidity and 0.097 SPETH. Okay. And it's going to earn me some money as well. But the whole point of this is to earn me KSP. Out of the same thing was Prixum Swap. I put it into the ETH SPETH pool right here. And once again, I got the exact same thing. I got 0.1 ETH. Let me click on manage so you can see it. What? Withdraw. I've got, why it's not showing it properly? Max. Oh, here we go. Hit max 0.1 ETH and 0.09 SPETH. Okay. So that was how I got the Spectrum. While doing so, if we go forward, transaction generator, basically doing transactions all over the network. So as you buy NFTs using, hypermarket, as you go through Prism Swap, Zoomy, whatever, you are generating transactions on these dApps, and it will be recognized and rewarded. So check it out. Not just that, but there's a massive list of so many other things that you can do. The more you interact with, the better. Obviously, the only thing that I hate about this network is I can't seem to use Rabby Wallet with it. So it is what it is. The last thing I want to talk about here is around their KCU. So this is Chroma Creative Universe, and this is literally going on right now. It just launched like 2 days ago. Basically, you can earn this ore, and this ore will end up getting you KSP. So you go in here, you do a bunch of quests and whatever. And if you click on Ortopia, you can see here, you can do an in-track quest to get 50 ore, and then you can go to like the factory, and then you can combine it and melt it and do whatever. So not bad. Definitely check it out. I think it is very worthwhile. There's a ton of things to do with Chroma. So if you haven't farmed it already, there are still some opportunities there. But guys, I'm telling you, there are some sick opportunities that exist with the NFTs. I really think this Genesis NFT is undervalued at 0.04. I think under 0.03, I think this is the real price, 0.029, 0.03 ETH for Chroma Quest NFT. I think maybe even goes up from here. I definitely think this one is undervalued. Like if you told me, I think 0.5 or 0.4 ETH, probably 0.5 ETH basically when they get closer to the TGE, because people will say, I need this, I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to get a ton of rewards. Because the idea here is you take the initial 25% drop of the Chroma token from here, and then you sell it to people who want to stake it to maximize validation reward on this network. So this is the number one NFT on this network right now, and it's one that I definitely think is super undervalued. Okay, so I hope that helps. And as always, let me know in the comments if you enjoy videos like this. I want to make videos that are very clear to you guys on exactly what you got to do. I don't plan on making videos like this every single day for the same network. You won't hear me talk about Chroma again unless I'm doing a summary video, but this is now your sort of go-to guide for Chroma. And if you do these things, if you sort of do this for a long enough time, you should be golden. When it comes to the token generation event, it has not been announced, but it's on the horizon. So likely you probably got 1 to 2 months. I would start right away. Those NFTs are of utmost importance, because as people start learning about this, remember, this information came out today. People are going to start picking those NFTs up, and you're going to be like kicking yourself if you didn't get one for yourself, in my opinion. Or if you want to be more of the dealer, you go buy those NFTs at a cheaper price and sell them to people as they learn and cash out that way. That's what a lot of people did when it came to some of the other NFTs like Libertas for ZK Sync, and then the legendary Pandra for the Polyhedra network. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next video. If you haven't already, follow me on all socials, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.